A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. At their own 28-yard line. To throw on the first play, McCarthy. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. On the pickup.
Yeah, coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll run left with Murphy. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Vikings at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they've got a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Ready up! 18, Pioneer! Keep the sticks moving! Come on, set! Viking, 18! Here's McCarthy. Got Dobbs over the middle. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down. 2 yards. You talk about this Lions defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And you see the starting unit here, but really, you're going to see a lot of different personnel, a lot of different packages as they rotate in and out throughout the game.
A shotgun handoff to Murphy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Looking a little bit like a continuation of last week. He had 3 tackles for a loss, and now 1 more here in the first quarter of this game.
And there's been no lack of force by him, taking on the offensive linemen, playing them, but also there's a suddenness to his game. They have that initial contact, and then he's gone, moving upfield and making those plays in the backfield.
It's a big body moving upfield, too. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Here's Daniel Whelan now. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. looking to put a drive together. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Greer. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. The 31-yard line. Off the play fake. Redding. Now that'll be caught by Sam Brown. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Let's go. Have the 60. Have the 60.
Looking to throw. Redding. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's now
not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Price now to return. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Murphy running straight ahead. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
Now McCarthy. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
You talk about this Lions defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Now a 2nd and 10.
19 Tigers.
Throwing is McCarthy. That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Quickly to Harrison here.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
2nd and 5.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
To the air with McCarthy. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 80.
McCarthy going to throw again. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this is good. He was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've got to probe a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 2nd and 11. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Nice little empty play for him there. You know, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. 2nd and 10. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Redding.
Rifles run, and that's going to be intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down. And now he's really on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. From the 33, here's second down and 5. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Murphy. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
It's now second and 6.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they are looking at a second down and 6 coming up. Now a give here to Murphy. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe and in territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Here we go, sack. 70 Timberwolves.
From the gun on third down. McCarthy. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on fourth.
Let's go. Viking 18.
They'll run for it with Murphy. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
17 yards.
Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, put you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
They'll look to throw now on first down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The lines move there. Look like nobody open. Now second down.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
When you're not, you're not. You know I'm hot. How many licks to the pepper gon' pop? Told my cap it's the CEO. Then I moonwalked in the...
Second and 10 now from the 27. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Throw right side, held in by Dobbs. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Third and 4.
This offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Back to throw again. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are able to widen their advantage. Extra point forthcoming.
Up for the extra point.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-6. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was looking pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going.
Jahmyr Gibbs, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Now Cade York for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score. Vikings 10, Lions 7. Cade York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked upon pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Let's go. 70 Lions.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defense in front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
This is 2nd and 8.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Ready up.
2nd down and 8.
Shut up. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Go.
On the handoff, it's Murphy. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there was one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This now a 3rd and 4.
19 tight. Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. Ready, ready.
Back to throw. McCarthy. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Good catch and excellent creation of a big play downfield. And I can guarantee you this. That's not a play this defense was practiced against in the days leading up to this game.
60 license. Go check. Go check.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Well, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
Check. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
On the ground, it's Allen Gordon. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Here we go. Set. Cougar 19. Ready.
On play action, now McCarthy.
Rush coming in, he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Ready. Cowboy 80.
On the draw, Murphy. And just shutting him off there. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he will have the Vikings first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
McCarthy off the play fake. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Now here's Murphy.
And he'll get it. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, it looked like they were just in the base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 line between the 20s, and now down here, and you're guarding your end zone.
Out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
At the 41-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Second down and 4.
Back to throw. Redding.
They'll let this go deep for St. Brown.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. And this will be taken at the 13. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Will Riker is the kickoff for the Vikings.
A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25, just a little.
Pass there, call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first two quarters, they had two costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, obviously, Charles, it'll be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. Cougar, my team.
Looking to throw. Redding. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he is going to have the Lions first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did.
Let's go now.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Back to throw. Redding. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7. They'll go again with Gibbs. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They can make this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Viking 18.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
The short one there taken in by Ferguson.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
60 Eagles.
Trying the left side with Gibbs.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
19 Tiger.
On 4th down, Redding. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's turned. And not a lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Arkansas plays an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. In this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Here's the option.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions have cut it back within a score.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll They'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
They'll go with Murphy here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Your problems are just not the same to us. We're dealing with things you ain't seen before. We're feeling the weight of our ancestors. We're healing with ways that don't last too long. Don't have the time in the diabetes. No help for the weak, but
after the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
70 Lions.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Y'all got to pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42.
And I believe that that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Going for it. Here's McCarthy. That's to his running back, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Hey, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now McCarthy. Looking for Murphy, and he finds him complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Liking 18. Go.
Inside handoff now. Miller. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a
2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Throwing is McCarthy. And he's got this to Jefferson.
And able to get it down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
To the air with McCarthy.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
J.J. McCarthy.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Vikings get an important score there to extend their lead in this 4th quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And these guys will take a 10-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Oh, a heck of a move. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
107 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
19, Tiger.
They go play action here on 1st down.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Redding.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. To throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
They'll look to throw again.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Second and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Pass complete. That's Lovett.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
First down.
Gibbs straight ahead.
Takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. New York on now for the extra point.
It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
Lions 21. Dave York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over first and 10. Their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
And the ball on the 30. Here's second and 4.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On play action, McCarthy. He gives it to Addison. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now Gordon on first down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play.
Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Here's second and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. That's caught downfield by Addison. Touchdown, Vikings! Jordan Addison,
His second touchdown on the season.
and the Vikings use the big play to extend their fourth-quarter lead.
And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
Kills.
Speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
Point after, right down the middle. These guys will take a 10-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings pull it away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19.
On the counter, here's Gordon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for a 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. This is Gordon as they go to him again. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And 7.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Murphy. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick is right there. It's good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here comes 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Redding.
St. Brown on the catch.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Lions 1st down.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see.
So after the penalty, a break. 1st and 5.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
This is 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Redding keeps himself upright. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
The Vikings going to signal for the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here's 1st down.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19.
Back to throw. Redding. Now he'll take this and run. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the
3. 1st and goal, Detroit.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Vikings, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions,
so try it again. Starting me over right back at the end.
When's the last time you were afraid? I haven't been afraid a day in my life.
The dead don't die, the heart still beats, head held high, I haunt these streets, life still me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die. Knock me down, 6 feet deep, one more round, no reprieve. Life still me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die. In the mirror, no reflection. Another day, just another resurrection. Where's the glory? Just another story. I won't be the ending that was written for me. And I'm never running, so try it again. Starting me over right where it began.
It's pretty boring, isn't it? This existence.